the 2022 TDN NFL Mock Draft. I'm Commissioner Cromer. Jacksonville Jaguars have the first pick. Keith, come make your pick.
I'm just glad he's not going on the timer all. You've had 8 months to figure this out.
So first off, I reached out to the other 31 teams in the NFL and tried to see if anyone wanted this pick, but teams usually move up to draft a top quarterback. There are no quarterbacks that anybody wants to move up with, so I'm going to draft offensive tackle Ikem Ekwonu as the number 1 overall pick.
And how did the value at the top of the board help dictate this pick for you?
I think it's a really offensive tackle heavy board, but it also talking about our franchise and our organization. We drafted Trevor Lawrence last year, and it's important that we protect him. So I feel as though this is the best pass protection left tackle in the draft, so that's why we decided to go with him.
Now the Detroit Lions are on the board with the number 2 pick. Joe, please come make your pick.
He's running to the podium.
Listen, I had to deal with some smoke screens earlier in the day from the Jaguars about taking our guy, and he left him on the board for us. We're going to make this real simple. Aiden Hutchinson, the defensive end from Michigan. Thank you, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now, Detroit's in a 2-year rebuild window. How is this going to help the progress of rebuilding this team?
We got an impact player at a premium position. This guy is the best pass rusher in the class, and Detroit needs to add some blue chip talent to their roster. That's exactly what we did with Aiden Hutchinson.
Thank you, Joe. Now, with the number 3 pick, the Houston Texans are on the board. Jack, please come make your pick.
Thank you both. Because with the 3rd pick, the Houston Texans are going to take Kyle Hamilton, safety from Notre Dame.
Now, what was the most important thing you were looking for in this pick?
Well, Houston really needs to work on pretty much everything. So I just wanted to take the best pick on the board that was available. Kyle Hamilton might be the best athlete in this draft class. So it made it really easy once he was still on the board at 3 here.
With the number 4 pick, the New York Jets are on the board. Ryan, come make your pick.
Again, thank you for leaving this talent on the board. With the 4th overall pick, New York Jets will take Evan Neal, tackle from Alabama.
Now, what pushed this pick with a team that needs so much help?
Well, I think that Evan Neal is just a prospect that when you look at him, I don't think he's not going to blow you away with what Ikem Ekwonu will do. I don't think he'll blow you away with what Kyle Hamilton can do. But he's going to be a 10, potentially even 15-year starter, I think, potentially in this league. You look at Zach Wilson, they drafted Elijah Vera Tucker last year. They added talent outside, and Elijah Moore. They added, Michael Carter. So you take Evan Neal, you have nice bookend tackles in Mekhi Becton, and now Neal for the future. Zach Wilson's pretty happy right now.
All right. With the number 5 pick in the 2022 NFL Mock Draft, the New York Giants are on the board. Kyle, you're up.
Doomsday.
What's supposed to do here? Thank you, Commissioner. I was going to take one of these guys. They're both gone. I was going to take this guy, and he's gone. I was going to take this guy was my in case of emergency break glass here situation, and he's gone. So please bear with me for a moment.
Clock ticking.
I got 2 minutes. Oh. The Giants are selecting Oregon pass rusher Kayvon Thibodeau with the number 5 pick.
Now, there is an entire new regime in New York for this team. What prioritized this pick with a new GM and a new head coach coming into this league?
Yeah, so obviously you try and make considerations for Daniel Jones, who they've communicated that they have not done a really good job of building around and putting in positions to be successful. But I guess we'll see what's on the board at 7 here in just a minute because the top 2 offensive tackles were gone. So for me, I look at the Giants roster and really they have a lot of stout players on the interior. And Azeez Ojulari did a really nice job for them as a rookie this past year, making an impact as a pass rusher. But this is a premium position, a top athlete at a premium position, and there's no such thing as too many good pass rushers. I think about Wink Martindale and being the defensive coordinator there, and I like that fit and what he's potentially going to do with Kayvon Thibodeau potentially as a wide-angled pass rusher and manufacturing some free runs for him to use his length and his explosiveness. So you find fits for guys like this no matter what. I just really was hoping that I would be able to get one of the top 2 tackles.
With the number 6 pick, the Carolina Panthers are on the board. Carmi, come make your pick.
All right, so I was also hoping for one of the top 2 tackles, but I, as the Carolina Panthers, am trying to make sure that whatever quarterback is under center for the Panthers is going to be protected, and I can't get past that. That is just a huge need for them, so I'm going to pick. Trevor Penning.
Let's go!
Northern Iowa. I saw this guy this week, and the buzz around him, he is a nasty player. He wants to instill the fear of God in defenders, in guys across the line of scrimmage. This is a tone setter for the entire offensive line. So if the Panthers are going to have any hope at that quarterback position and making him feel comfortable, he's going to need some nasty guys in front of him. So
We know you love the guys in the trenches.
I
so
sure do.
How did that help you make this pick?
Because of everything I just said. Legitimately, though, I mean, everything starts up front, whether you're, as far as I'm concerned, whether it's offense, whether it's defense. And I need a tone setter. I need these guys to work cohesively as a unit. And I just think that Trevor Penning might be a little rich at 6, but I don't think so. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do
The
it.
Giants, I'm sweating a little bit.
His value's what you're willing to spend on him, so.
With the number 7th pick, the New York Giants are on the clock. Dre, it's all you.
Oh man, you guys threw me off.
Now I know why he's so mad. He got sniped.
So I definitely got sniped for sure a couple times. But the Giants have
Got
a
KT already, man.
yes,
We got
yes.
KT already.
They have a lot of needs. I'm gonna go with the best player available, in my opinion, and they select cornerback Derek Stingley Jr.
Now, how did the pick at number 5, getting Thibodeau, help you decide for this pick?
Well, they do have some issues both on the offensive and defensive line. I would have probably loved to have picked tackle, but the guy we targeted was not there. So we take Derek Stingley Jr., who's a top flight corner, who will play at least 10 years and will add to the pass defense of the Giants. So that's what we select.
With the number 8 pick, the Atlanta Falcons are now on the board. Joe, it's all you. Come make your pick.
Oh, let's see here. We are, 7 picks into this thing, and QB1 still on the board. Anybody want to make sure they get that guy? Any of the teams out there want to
Kick rocks, buddy.
make sure? No? You guys are happy with your quarterbacks? Okay, all right. No problem. We're going to go with a Georgia boy for the Atlanta Falcons, Trayvon Walker, defensive end.
Now, they have been choosing to retool instead of rebuild.
Yeah.
How does this continue that trend for this team?
Well, I promise you, Dean Pease is a good defensive coordinator that didn't forget how to coach defense last year. He just didn't have enough players to get that done. And so, just like Carmen, I believe that football teams, they start up front, on the defensive side of the football, they got to get better in the trenches. They got to get tougher. Trayvon Walker can play up and down the line of scrimmage and give them a nice building block to work with alongside Grady Jarrett.
Great pick. Number 9, Denver Broncos on the board. Jack?
All right, guys. I'm taking a quarterback.
Hi. Sorry for the interruption. I hope you're enjoying the program. But unless you've been living under a rock for the course of the last week or so, you're probably aware that the number 9 overall pick, originally scheduled for the Denver Broncos and picked as such in the TDN 2022 NFL Combine mock, now belongs to the Seattle Seahawks as a part of the mega blockbuster deal involving quarterback Russell Wilson. And as such, there is just a little minor administrative change that's going to be made. And as such, the Seattle Seahawks, with the number 9 pick in the TDN 2022 NFL Combine Mock, will be selecting quarterback Malik Willis from the University of Liberty. Willis, very dynamic athlete. You get a chance to place him in an environment where he might not have to start right away, but the Seahawks have sent a very clear message that this is a team that is undertaking a rebuild. And as such, they should take the advantage of this opportunity to draft QB1 in this situation and draft the quarterback with the highest traits in the hope that they can develop him into a much better long-term answer versus the current players that exist on the roster after Russell Wilson. So, Jack, sorry for stealing your thunder, and let's get back to scheduled programming.
With the number 10 pick, the New York Jets are on the clock. Keith, you're up, sir.
Oh, man. So,
Who did they get it for?
this is traditionally...
Ryan, who'd they pick it for?
Evan Neal, okay, so this is traditionally an angry fan base, even if you give them good football players. So either way, I'm more than sure I'm going to go the wrong way in their eyes. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab the most intense and what I believe to possibly be the number 2 defensive end right behind Aiden Hutchinson. I'm going to grab Jermaine Johnson, Florida State edge. And New York Jets fans, I promise y'all going to be happy with this guy. Y'all got to make a decision to be happy, man. Y'all got to make a decision to be happy.
Now, how did the pick at number 4 help you pick this one?
Building the trenches, Keith.
Yeah, I guess, definitely. Building in the trenches. So we have Evan Neal. Now we have Jermaine Johnson. So football starts in the trenches. The Jets have a lot of holes that they need to fill. So at least we know we'll be able to block for the quarterback and get after the quarterback. That's a key equation for winning football games.
Number 11 pick, Washington Commanders are on the clock.
Baby.
Ryan.
New threads. New stadium coming. This is fun for this exercise considering I don't think anybody expects them to have the 11th overall pick in this draft. I fully expect them to trade it for a veteran quarterback. But for this exercise, if there's anybody interested, I'm going to propose to Carmen, who owns the 20th overall pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Would you like to move up for potentially taking whoever you'd like or potentially a guy that can sling it around a little bit?
You know, I would have taken you up on this offer had Kenny Pickett still been on the board.
Okay. Well, then with that, I will more than gladly select wide receiver 1 in this class. Wow. Jamison Williams from Alabama to pair with Terry McLaurin. Now, it does matter who's throwing them the ball. However, if you pair McLaurin with Jamison Williams, it's not more of a wide receiver 1 and a wide receiver 2. It's a 1A and a 1B.
Okay. I'll offer you a pick swap. You're not gonna. Okay.
Be good.
I'm offering you. I'm the New Orleans Saints, and I'm offering you Andrus Peat and 18 for your pick.